Andrew Steele, Tom Doherty, and Rick Hamilton.
Yeah, I forgot. Stage name's Drew Steeler, dude.
I'm sorry, Drew Steele. Hey, what's the matter, Drew? Okay, no, you guys are play punk music. Which bands influenced you, and which bands do you normally follow?
Alright, bands that influenced me from the beginning: the Ramones, the Clash, the Sex Pistols, early hardcore, Black Flag, Circle Jerks, Dead Kennedys. Nowadays, bands like Screeching Weasel, Bad Religion, Poison Idea, anything that's good music, that's good musicians. Pearl Jam. Even though you won't hear too much Pearl Jam influence in our music, I mean, I just, try to sing and like the bands I like. Some bands have melody, I like to try to emulate that. Some bands have the power vocals, I like doing that too, and that's about it. Thomas?
As far as this band's concerned, probably the same bands as AJ, a lot of the early punk stuff, the Ramones, Stooges, the Pistols, a lot of the new age punk stuff sounds a lot like it, but, bands like Bad Religion are somewhat different. As far as this band's concerned, the music we play here, it's just basically punk rock, simple, crude, aggressive, fucking rock, simple,
a lot of melody,
like it's just simple, aggressive, raw.
What about you, Rick?
Anything. I like every single kind of music. Except for New Kids.
New Kids, that's a given one.
New Kids and Warrant.
Okay, guys. What do you guys feel and think about the new rock and roll? I mean, compared to like bands like Extreme and bands on that sort of like as compared to your music. How do you compare them?
I don't know. I don't mind Extreme because they can play their instruments. I don't mind Aerosmith because they can play their instruments and they sound all right. I'm not thrilled with every one of their songs. I don't mind Van Halen that much, particularly the older stuff. Most new rock and roll is garbage. Warrant, Poison, a lot of the Jackal stuff. I got holes in my shoes. I hear in the grill area every 10 seconds, and I don't know. The only metal band I think right now, commercial metal band that really matters to me is AC/DC in terms of commercial metal.
What about Metallica?
Metallica, they sold out. They totally sold their ass down the frickin' sewer, I think. Cliff Burton is turning in his grave right now. If you've ever seen an old Metallica interview, you know that. I like the new Anthrax, though, and the new Megadeth, and that's why I like in commercial music. I like a lot of the Lollapalooza bands, too. Pearl Jam, Porno for Pyros, Jane's Addiction when they were Jane's Addiction. And Tom, go ahead.
You go on too much, Jane.
I'm a little bit more volatile than AJ. I used to listen to a lot of metal, a lot of hard rock, LA glam, shit rock, stuff like that. I don't know, I think most mainstream music now is just corporate prostitution. I don't know, I can't listen to it anymore. I can't listen to something unless it's on an indie label or if they've somehow proven to me that they have a certain amount of integrity. It's that.
You, Rick?
Mate, I like everything.
Rick likes everything.
What don't you like,
What
Rick?
don't you like, Rick?
He doesn't like New Kids.
No kids, that's right, no kids.
I don't like Conway Twitty, he comes on stage and he tries to act like he's some kind of...
Isn't he dead now?
Yeah, he died.
Yeah. Okay, guys, now it's an important question, except for Rick here.
Ooh.
No, beer.
Beer.
What's your favorite beer? I know Rick don't drink.
Beer, Moosehead, Foster's Lager, a lot of the good English beers, Newcastle Brown Ale, some Labatt's, McEwen's Ale from England's excellent. I'd experienced that at the English pub in Naples. Any imported beer, most American beer is piss, except for Sam Adams.
Tom?
I really don't drink as much beer as you guys think, but ever since I saw The Deer Hunter, I like Rolling Rock. So that's about that.
And a good amount of herb, too.
Well, what kind of milk do you like, Rick?
I like urine type milk.
Okay, now back to musical influences. Which individuals or members of certain bands influenced you in the way your style, your persona out there?
Well, we have to go back to the beginning. Go Joey Ramone, Johnny Rock, and then move up a little bit. Singers like Jello Biafra, move up a little bit. Greg Graffin, Ben Weasel, Jerry A. Poison Idea. All good melodic singers, all good singers with a lot of power in their vocals. Influenced me a lot, and you'll hear it in my voice. Mike Nash, also Distortion, is earlier material too. Go ahead, Tom.
I don't know, I stopped liking people who play like lots of scaly, heavy metal sounding solos a long time ago. So, I listen to, the people I admire most probably like, Thurston Moore, Ronaldo, Sonic Youth, Jay Mascis. People who play guitar well but don't do it in a way that's been done 800 times already.
So more or less, you're saying you don't listen to guys like Eddie Van Halen.
Not anymore.
Not
I have
anymore?
respect for people who can play well, like Eddie Van Halen can.
Okay.
But I just don't listen too much anymore. It's been done.
Any drummers, Rick?
Yeah, I like a whole bunch of drummers. I just like a basic drummer that just can play a few notes, you know, and just
So like
Keep a beat.
Keith
Marky
Moon,
Ramone?
keep a fast
Keith
beat.
Moon type player.
I mean, if you can keep a fast beat and stuff, that's great. Like Tom was saying about musicians that like come on stage and like go, oh, I gotta
Chad
do all
of the
these
Chili Peppers.
chords and
You'll
all
see
this
him play
stuff.
Chad of the Chili
It's like,
Peppers.
Okay, now personal life. Any women in your lives?
Yeah, I'm seeing someone right now, and it's kind of on and off, you know. And I saw her last night, and had some good stress reduction therapy, and I had a good time, you know. And she helped me with the posters, and she's cool. But it's like her crowd and my crowd are kind of different, so we just kind of see each other and works out good that way.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a girlfriend now. I just I go back and forth from being some sort of basket case misogynist to like having a girlfriend back and forth every couple of years. You know, it's pretty sad. But right now I do. Yeah, it's about that.
Rick.
I'm seeing one, Melissa. Hi, Melissa.
All right. Now, when do you guys plan to release sneak attack material?
Alright. Tom and
Or
I,
record, I should
as
say.
of 92, and maybe early 91.
I think it was 92.
92, yeah. Basically, early 92 up to summer 92, we recorded we had 7 songs down. And as of after this jam, we're going to start trying to work them into our set and get a good tape of them before Tom goes to McGill University in Montreal. I'd like to say hello to my drummer, Sean Chaos Chambers, who I still feel should be here, but due to circumstances, he's not, and he's doing well in Minnesota. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh well, no. If you want me to say so, I pretty much. He covered
Okay.
it, you know,
All right. Shit. This is not my only question. I had one in my head. I'll go to another one. Backup one.
Backup one, Sean.
A backup question. A basic question here. What do you think of Dan Quayle, Rush Limbaugh, and Daryl?
Oh!
Hey, Daryl!
Dan Quayle is basically really useless, you know, and he's just a piece of garbage. Rush Limbaugh, to quote our senior, fat, overrated, redneck, hick, donut-eating, racist, redneck, alright?
You've got asshole.
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 Okay. Daryl, I think, should start following his family more. Most members of his family are very liberal Democrats and...
White?
I think Daryl's the whitest in his family.
Yeah, I think Daryl's probably the whitest. Yeah, Daryl should, like, take after his relatives and his parents more, I think. Go ahead, Tom.
I hate.
Daryl?
I mean, I don't trust any politicians, liberal, Democrat, or Republicans. But I mean, people who are openly conservative make me want to just bite their heads off. You know,
Vomit!
while they're alive. You know, I don't like Nazis, but Daryl's a case. Daryl from work. Daryl, the poor lost soul. There's not much. Daryl is Daryl. That's about it.
Daryl's Daryl.
If you haven't met Daryl, then you don't want to hear me say anything. But
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Unfortunately, Rick doesn't know Daryl, so he can't tell me.
What do you think about Dan Quayle and Rush Limbaugh?
I hate anybody in a 6-piece suit.
All right. Now the question I was originally going to ask. You're planning to look for a bass player. You have anyone in mind yet, or are you still searching?
We are in search of, like that TV show. We're going to have to start putting up ads at Wurlitzer, Newbury Comics, etc., trying to find a musician, basically. Hope and pray I might put up some ads in Boston, too. And hopefully it works out, you know. Because me and Rick are a good cohesive unit, and it's going to be tough to lose Tom, because we all three are a real good unit together.
Okay, in addition to sneak attack material and doing covers of more or less well-known punk bands and some other bands that are good and not well heard of, you plan to do, I know you're despise of commercial music, do you plan to do some like real old Metallica covers or covers of Anthrax or Slayer of that sort?
I don't know. It would depend on if I had the musicians. If I have a good lead player who can play with some crunch, I might do that. But I'm not going to want to do Metallica or a Thrax or a Slayer cover unless I really have ballsy musicians.
I think we should do Peace Sells by Maiden.
Yeah,
the coolest song.
we can try that. Yeah, you know,
We need a bass player.
We need a bass player though. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
In search of a bass player.
In search of. What a minute.
Now this is directed to you, Mr. Steele. It's probably one of the last questions I'm gonna ask. How? I know in past your past experience in the punk scene, you incorporated wrestling with your music, and I never knew what the combination or how they equaled all the match together. Can you give us a brief description of how you put the two together?
Alright, basically what I used to do is when I do flyers for my band, I'd buy all these wrestling magazines, I'd post wrestling pictures on it, and in my fanzine I used to have a wrestling page too, and a lot of famous punk musicians were really into pro wrestling. There used to be a magazine about it, like Bob Mould, who's now in Sugar, who was in Husker Du, and guys like DOA, Toxic Reasons, the old punk bands, they all used to watch wrestling. Guys in the band Psycho and in Boston and stuff would go watch wrestling matches, and it kind of tied in together, but it never was. I never wrote a song about wrestling or nothing like that. It just was kind of like things I like to do, like that.
So like
golf.
wrestling in the music was sort of like, hard and fast and destructive, the way. And I shouldn't say destructive. I should say destructive as in a way, pile driver type of destructive.
Pile driver, yeah.
Pile driver and take
We
destructive.
like to be powerful. We also like to be melodic and have choruses that make sense. There's a type of music called grindcore. That's all fast, and singer goes, you know, and I'm not into that shit, you know. I don't mind if a band plays fast. I like a band with a good singer, a band that is tight on stage and has good stage presence.
Okay, Tom, this is probably the last question I'm gonna ask. Tom, do you plan to keep on practicing while you're at school, or are you gonna leave your guitar at home?
Oh no, I plan to start another band at school, probably, or a couple others. I got another band going now with a friend of mine who might move up to Montreal, because he's not going to
Montreal is a good scene. I used to live up near there, both of them.
Alright, this has been an interview with Null Detector. This is Chuck Rock signing off.
Peace.
Take it to 1, 2, 3, hit! Hey, make some noise out there, yeah! All right. Thank you all for coming, all 6 of you. Okay. All right, this next one goes out to my old drummer, Sean Chaos Chambers. And he should be here. And it's a little tune about something that happens when someone messes with us, and it's called something like this: Someone's Gonna Die. Right? it's Blitz, someone's gonna die. How y'all doing? Hey Steve, what's up? This guy right now, already we're the second best band in Worcester, playing covers. This guy right here in the red is the best band in Worcester right now. They're called Siamese or something. You gotta go see them, they're only band in Worcester, it's worth garbage. Okay, this next one. It's a story. It goes out to Chuck Rock. It's a story about a man, which is Chuck Rock. His girl, which he doesn't have right now.
I need one bad.
His gun, which he has, Mr. NRA, remember right here? And his car, and he needs a new one of those. And it's a story about that. It's called Just to Get Away. Thank you. Can you guys hear everything out there? Does it sound equal? You can hear all the vocals and the guitar and everything? All right, cool. Rest break. Chuck Rock, I need a beer, please, on stage. All right, man. We're gonna drop the tempo a little bit for y'all. And I think you'll like this one pretty good. All right, I'm gonna send this one out to Maureen and all the females in the audience, because you never get one dedicated to you anyways. So, this is a little story, and it's called Telling Them. You tell them, Tom. Thank you all. Thank you all. That's cool. Okay, this next song we're going to do a little history lesson. Mike Maloney might like this. This is an oldie. Mike might know this one. Steve is going to know this one too. Back in 1977, there was a band called the Sex Pistols. Y'all ever heard of them? Say yay! Okay. All right. And there was a bunch of drunk people that were hanging out at their concert one night, and they got bored. And they got really bored and everything, so they started jumping up and down like this. And before you know it, they invented the first punk dance known as the pogo. So what I want to see is, what the hell, you know? None of these people know you, except for me. You guys can just have fun. You don't live in this neighborhood. So I want to see a little pogo action on this one. And this is a song by a great band called The Clash. We're going back in time. And it's called Clash City Rockers. Thanks a lot, man. This next one. All right, this next one, it goes out to three people. Three people in general. The first person is Dan Quayle. The second person is Rush Limbaugh. And the third person is Daryl, and it's called Economy. Rock could grab us a towel somehow, somewhere, that would be cool. Thank you.
What are you going to make?
Yo, you're stage manager. You gotta handle all this stuff. Alright, this next song coming up here is by a really cool band that you don't really hear a lot. Well, thanks for the towel, Ray. Appreciate that.
No problem.
Alright, this band you don't hear because they're not on a major label. A couple years ago, you never heard Helmet, or L7, or Ministry, or the Red Hot Chili Peppers, or James Addiction, because they weren't on major labels back then. But does that mean there were bad bands? No. There's a lot of great bands on independent labels like Bad Religion, Tilt, The Accused, Poison Idea, and several others. And this is one of the great bands that's on an indie label. They're from Chicago, Illinois. They're called Screeching Weasel. And this is mine, Tom, and Rick's story about high school. It goes like something like this. I went to high school. Yeah, what's up? Thanks a lot, man. We appreciate it. Yeah, Chuck Rock in the background. That's cool. Thank you. Chuck did guest tambourine on Clash City Rockers, too, if you can hear him. Did you hear Chuck's guest tambourine?
Really, huh? Not at all?
Okay, we're going to send... First of all, I'm going to introduce the guys to the band. First of all, on drums, he's the madman from Ashland. He's a crazy mother. He's the man on the tubs of death, Mr. Rick Hamilton. Let's hear it. You may have seen us with a Rob playing a very popular Boston band called Green Magnet School that are still really good. On the guitar, the crazy mofo from Northborough, Industrial Pain Man himself. Tom, not related to Shannon Doherty. And me, the man, the voice behind it all, Drew Steeler, and how you all? Yeah, that's my stage name. A little different than my name at work, huh? Yeah, Chuck's playing tambourine. Okay, this song goes out to all our ancestry, actually. the countries of England, Scotland, and Ireland. And the band that wrote this song comes from Scotland. They're called The Exploited. And this song, you know, people tell you, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do that, you gotta do this. And we say, no, we don't have to do that, we don't have to do this. Attack alternative, the choice is mine. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, thanks a lot, man. This tune is our holistic positive song, and especially those of you under 21 or whatever, Maureen, Mark, and stuff. This song goes out to you. Guys, the future of our lives is up to us, man, because we are tomorrow's world. Great.
Leslie.
come back on, you know. I don't get paid strong to do this either. Come on, guys, I'm really waiting for you to come out. All right, here they come. Let's hit the NULL DETECTOR. We got one more to do for you. Aside from Blitzkrieg Bop, this probably is the only song you guys will know. Ever. Yo. It smells like something in here tonight. It smells like something. I don't know. Does it smell? This is about two women we don't like. One of them, her name is Courtney Love. For those of you who don't know who Courtney Love is, she's married to Kurt Cobain in Nirvana. And we don't like her very much. And the other woman we don't like, her name is Shannon Doherty. And she's just stupid as it is. So what does it smell like tonight? Shannon or Courtney?
I don't know, I can't really tell.
Tom, what does it smell like tonight?
Okay.
Chuck Rock, what do you think it smells like tonight?
I think it stinks like Shannon bad in here.
It stinks like, I don't think so, man. I think it smells like Courtney.
This fine presentation has been brought to you by Chuck Rock. That's me. That's the name they gave me, so see you guys later.